a lot of athletes, only that, I mean, their careers are short. My career is long, and my career wasn't just inside that square circle. My real estate portfolio is unreal. If you see a lot of fighters, they can barely walk, they can barely talk, but still, you know, Floyd Mayweather has made smart moves, surrounded himself with a smart team, and I'm still making hundreds of millions. I truly, I wasn't where I wanted to be as far as with my career. I really wanted to be everywhere. I wanted the Mayweather brand to be all around the world, not just in the US or not just in a certain city. I wanted to be worldwide. So to do that, I had to take a hold of my own career and become my own boss. And when I was able to do that, because I talked about this on numerous different platforms, you know, how I bought myself out my contract for $750,000, and then I made $750 million in 3 fights. And I was able to make smart investments and just make, you know, like I said, hundreds of thousands and millions on a daily.
Yeah.
And today, of course, yesterday was a good day. I made $1 million yesterday.
You made $1 million yesterday?
Yeah, yes. You know, just doing a dinner.
Yeah. You say it so nonchalantly too. Yeah, I made $1 million yesterday. You know, it ain't no big deal. You know.
You know, we made $1 million yesterday. We made $1 million today. We set up, you know, another just a small deal.
Yeah.
Nothing major. Just, you know, we do dinners worldwide and we make millions just doing dinners.
Yeah. Well, if I ever have you for a dinner, I'm gonna need it to be free, man. I can't pay no $1 million. Like,
because he's in massive debt. Again, Floyd is going broke. I told you this over multiple videos. I'm following up here to say it again. Floyd is terrible with his money. He owes a lot of... Remember the supposed Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson fight? Well, that's definitely not happening. At least that's what my prediction is going to be for this. It was supposed to happen 2 days ago in the fucking Congo. And we haven't heard a peep in about a month and a half. There's a big reason why, and it's another example of Floyd Mayweather being an absolute dumbass. It continues happening. I don't understand how, but Floyd has woven himself into a contractual boa constrictor and can't get out of it. And likely the only way out is to actually fight Manny Pacquiao. I know all of this sounds crazy, but I'll explain how Floyd Mayweather has...
What happens is that when you become an independent contractor, Skip, if you make $230 million, they give you 2 checks or a check for $230 million. It is up to you to take out the deduction and make sure state, federal, and whatever else needs to be deducted is paid to the Internal Revenue Service. Floyd, you made $230, and I get it, Skip. I can just imagine getting a check for $230 million. Like, hold on. I ain't see I, R, or S in that ring taking no blows. And I'm supposed to send them, yep, you're supposed to send them their cut. That's the way it works. And what
you owe them about half of that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, he's in Nevada, so which is no state tax. So basically, all you have to do is give them their 33 and give them their 33%.
Yeah.
I get it, and I get the fact like all they're gonna do is waste my money anyway, but that's not the way.
The IRS just seized $350 million from Floyd Mayweather, and his response? Absolutely wild. He's claiming he makes millions per day while his passport might get revoked for unpaid taxes.
All other great. Joe Louis had this problem.
He did.
Sugar Ray Robinson had to come out of retirement at 55 to settle a debt with the IRS. And even Mike Tyson. But what's so disappointing with me, Skip? Floyd Mayweather has gone through this before. What is it that you don't get? And I'm even more disappointed because you're on Instagram and on Twitter flaunting your opulence. You got bales and bales of money. You might have 30, 40 racks up in front of you. You got Bugattis and Enzo Ferraris and private jets and yacht and you big ballers. And you won't cut these people their money? Now, Skip, I believe that he would have taken this fight anyway.
Here's what nobody's talking about. The IRS filed a $7.3 million tax lien against Money Mayweather. Ring magazine dropped the bombshell. His exhibitions with Mike Zambades and Mike Tyson are now in serious jeopardy.
There's no such thing as fake. I'm working for ESPN. We're broadcasting the Mayweather-McGregor fight live. And to this day, they will tell you that's a record. That's the biggest fight ever. That thing was sold out. That place was, people were dressed up as empty seats. And I mean, thousands of people.
No.
I bought my mother's ticket that day. That day, my mother decides that she wants to go to the fight. So I'm in there and I'm telling the world that this place is sold out because that's what's on the screen. And I go, it's not even close. This isn't like, it's pretty much, this isn't, there's thousands of empty seats. That was
Did you catch that? They're threatening to revoke his passport over seriously delinquent tax debt of $7.25 million. For a guy who claims he's generating hundreds of millions monthly, that's embarrassing.
They wanted a rematch. They were begging. They were doing more media trying to get a...
The Mike Tyson exhibition, scheduled for April 25th, already delayed. Organizers are scrambling to find a new date while Floyd deals with the IRS breathing down his neck. Coincidence? I don't think so.
Yeah.
I mean, no matter how big a draw is, there's still a number. And this...
But here's the kicker. This isn't Floyd's first rodeo with tax problems. Back in 2017, he literally begged the IRS to delay his 2015 tax payment until after the McGregor fight. His excuse? Insufficient liquidity.
And there's nothing in the world where you have a pay-per-view hit that didn't have a live audience hit. Like if your live audience is your first...
Let that sink in. The same guy bragging about making millions daily once claimed he didn't have enough liquid cash to pay his taxes, even after earning hundreds of millions from fights.
Will still claim that to this day. They still to this day claim that that's number one. And if you want to...
And get this, Floyd's following the exact same playbook as other broke boxing legends. Coming out of retirement for exhibitions and desperate cash grabs when the bills pile up too high.
Listen, he apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like
that's BS.
Something.
That is BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
that.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds?
Listen,
you know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced, I'll get your calls in a second, they did announce the pricing for Mayweather-McGregor. $100 for high def, $90 for standard def. So
Here's what's really wild, though. Mayweather earned over $1.1 billion across his career. Massive paydays from McGregor, Pacquiao, all the biggest fights. Yet critics say his claims about current income are completely exaggerated.
It ain't about legacy, it's about currency. And he did exactly what he wanted to do. So you can't be mad at him for that, but...
The court documents reveal he's had unresolved tax liens from 2010. In his petition, Floyd admitted his assets were primarily illiquid. Translation: cash poor despite owning expensive toys.
Everybody now wants the Mayweather concept because Mayweather made so much money staying undefeated, waiting to the right time to fight Pacquiao, finding the right people to fight at the right time. He monopolized the business. But the problem was they only made him money and the people who fight. It didn't make money for the whole sport. So what he did himself a great job, but it hurt the sport because not everybody wants to fight, stay undefeated. You understand me? Me, it's like when two guys get here, they gotta meet. No, wait. They was here 5 years ago. They should have met.
Roy Jones Jr. called it perfectly. He said Floyd chose currency over legacy from day one. Money always came first, not greatness, and now that approach is backfiring spectacularly.
0.4 million buys on pay-per-view.
Right. It's
how much money did that generate?
At the time, yeah, it was a record-setting pay-per-view. I think we generated something like close to, all in, like close to 400 million. Yeah, in one night.
If you didn't promote that fight with Mayweather, would you have pulled out?
Probably, yeah, probably, because there was too much. Put the money aside. For me, it's about pride.
But wait, it gets worse. Floyd's got a massive $340 million lawsuit against Showtime networks. He's claiming they mishandled his fight earnings and diverted money through shady financial structures.
Like you make yourself like we got issues over here. He's still the best out there. Until somebody beat him, that's who he is.
Do you think he should step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone. So the money's really gone. Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money. All that money. And it took, been 2 years. So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your, your local hosting.
According to the lawsuit, revenues from his biggest fights, including McGregor and Pacquiao, were allegedly routed through intermediary accounts instead of going directly to him. If true, that's insane.
Suing Showtime and Steven Espinoza, the former head of Showtime Sports, for hundreds of millions of dollars that he claims are unaccounted for. Let's go ahead and break it down and give you all the details about what's going on. What's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas here for Fight Up TV. And you know Floyd Mayweather as probably the richest and one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now, Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms. So let's talk details. Let me tell you about the lawsuits. On February 3rd, 2026, Floyd Mayweather filed a lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Oof, that's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage.
So here you have it. The guy who built an empire on flashing cash and playing the money character is now fighting the IRS, suing networks and scheduling exhibitions to stay afloat. This isn't about legacy anymore, it's about survival. What do you think? Is Floyd really as rich as he claims? Or is this all smoke and mirrors? Drop your thoughts below, smash that like button if this opened your eyes, and subscribe because the boxing world keeps getting crazier. I'll see you in the next one.
This will do more than the Tyson Jake Paul fight. This will do like 150, 200 million. No, it's not pay-per-view.
Netflix, yeah, would do good.
200 million people, 150.
You know, good thing Netflix is getting involved, man. It's putting up a lot of money for the guys.
Yeah.
And maybe the fact that they're gonna make a couple $100 million each.
I think so.
Good for them.
As they should.
Good for them.
But you knew, you told me today, even without knowing, you knew it was coming.
Both having an exhibition, you know, yeah. That's the way it looked like. So that was done? September 19th?
September 19th.
September, the Mexican Independence Day weekend?
Yeah, in the Sphere, nonetheless. That's that round thing.
But isn't Canelo fighting on that day?
No, he's fighting in Saudi on the 12th.
Yeah, but Mexico versus, oh, that's right.
So this is a week after.
You mean the Sphere?
Yeah.
That's big time.
Yeah, it's very few seats in there.
Yeah, that's big time.
The game will break records. I'm sure it's going to be major.
Yeah, because I heard that's just special, like only like special.
Yeah.
The timing of all this couldn't be worse for Floyd's brand either. Remember how he used to post those ridiculous Instagram videos counting stacks of hundreds? Well, those posts have mysteriously disappeared lately. His social media team is working overtime to scrub any evidence that contradicts his current financial narrative. And here's something that'll blow your mind. Industry insiders are saying Floyd's been shopping around for loans using his car collection as collateral. We're talking about Bugattis, Ferraris, and Lamborghinis potentially being used as bargaining chips with private lenders. The ripple effects are already hitting his business ventures hard. His strip club investments, his real estate portfolio, even his TMT promotional company, everything's under scrutiny now. Potential business partners are backing away faster than opponents used to run from his right hand. But Floyd's not going down without a fight. Sources close to his camp say he's planning a massive comeback tour, not just exhibitions, but actual competitive fights. At 47 years old, he's apparently willing to risk his perfect record for the right payday. The most shocking part, his former financial advisors are now distancing themselves from the mess. These are the same people who helped him structure those tax-efficient deals that are now blowing up in his face. When the money guys jump ship, you know it's serious. What makes this even more dramatic is the domino effect on other retired fighters. If Floyd Mayweather, the poster child for boxing wealth, can't manage his finances, what does that say about the sport's financial education problem? This story is far from over, and the next chapter might be the most explosive yet.